Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot, and we are going to do a little tips video for Jurassic World Evolution. I want to address a problem that a lot of people are having, particularly when they get to this island here, the third island in the game, Isla Tacano. Now, this is probably the first island in the game that gave me some trouble as well. I did actually restart it at one point, and I've noticed that a lot of you are really struggling with your starter funds because you start with minus 975,000 and you lose money constantly. It's a little bit of a worrying start. You really have to get on top of it. But I'm going to show you some things and how to handle this island, but you can apply them to all the islands. We'll talk through it as we go. The first thing you should be doing as you get to Tacano is deleting the blimmin' Innovation Center. Get yourself some money. You don't need the Innovation Center, okay? You also don't need the bar. You also don't need the fossil zone. You also don't need the fast food. You don't need the toy shop. You do want the restaurant. You don't need the gift shop. So just as a general tip, if you miss my tip videos, these three buildings here, the arcade, the clothes shop and the restaurant, are now the only three buildings I buy when aiming for a 5-star rating. Between these three buildings, you cover everything in the game, the food, the drink, the entertainment and the shopping to either max or just under max, and it's very, very space efficient. Space efficient, so I'd recommend that pretty much instantly. But the first thing you're going to want to do, I think one of the problems people have is they get into this situation and they want to build the buildings that they've been used to. You know, you don't have a fossil center, you don't have an expedition center, you don't have a research center, you don't have any of these buildings here. That doesn't matter. The first thing you want to do is build some dinosaurs. You want to use a light steel fence. This is actually a heavy steel one here, but you can always upgrade later. And we're not going for high, massive value targets here. What you're trying to do is simply get some people into your park. That's going to increase your profit. That's going to get your restaurant and your arcade and all your other buildings making money. This should be your top priority. Take it from me. I've spent lots of time in this game now. So just, yeah, I mean, you could even be, more efficient than this, really. You don't have to build a curvy exhibit. You could just build a nice normal one. Get that basic fence done and then get yourself a substation so you can get some power. Fairly necessary. I'm not going to worry too much about what this looks like. Just kind of want to show you guys what I'm doing. Connect that one up there. Lovely stuff. So that's all online. Now, at this point, obviously I've got every dinosaur unlocked, but you guys, you're still going to have a relatively limited amount. You do want to focus on your herbivores, and you really want to focus on your herbivores that A, aren't going to cause you any problems, and B, that are pretty cheap, because you do not have a ranger station right now. If your dinosaur breaks out, you can't repair your fence. If your dinosaur breaks out, you can't tranquilize it. You really want to be careful about this. I would go for a Triceratops personally, and then I'd get a couple of Struthiomimuses as well. So I'm going to get both of those incubating right now. You could also, spend some money on this if you really want to, but again, I think I'd just wait. Maybe put some points into success rate, get a slightly fancier dinosaur, but money is at such a premium that I'm not sure I would recommend it. We do still have a little cash. We are going to go ahead and be extra nicer to our dinosaurs and get a ground herbivore feeder. And there we go. That is literally the start. You've got an exhibit, you've got a viewing gallery, you don't need anything else. If you wanted to, you could also sell the monorail station here and delete a lot of the sort of track and get a little bit extra cash. Don't delete the path, you need that for your power station to work, at least until you can build a monorail station up here later on into the game. Are we good? We're good. Right. I mean, you could delete all this path over here as well. You don't need any of this. This is free money. It's you don't get much, but it's something. Honestly, guys, just focus on getting your first dinosaur out there. We're going to release a little woodland Struthie. You might not have seen this yet. It's quite a late game skin. Still gets me. I still love them so much. I'm very excited about my Triceratops because I always am. Look at her. She's beautiful. So you'll notice now we haven't built a single building. We don't have a research center, we don't have an expedition center, we don't have a fossil center, we don't have an ACU, and we don't have a ranger station. That's because all you're worried about right now is generating profit, getting people into your park. We check our money, it's still minus 10,000, but it will get into profit. Give it a little bit of time. As soon as we get a Triceratops, maybe another Struthie. How much does that Struthie cost? A little bit too much, yeah. God, I hope this works. If this is all wrong, now I'm in trouble. I'm hoping the Triceratops is enough to push us over the edge. Hello, beautiful. One of the sort of original skins there. Well, not the original, but one of the earlier skins of the game you unlock. Is that the Arid skin? I love you so much. One day we'll have beautiful, terrifying babies. Okay. So. Ah. Now you can see we're actually making profit. That is the key start. Make some money. Nothing else matters right at the start of the game. You obviously can't afford to just go buy lots and lots of buildings. You really have to be super economical. Tacano is a waiting game at the start, but now you can see we actually have humans. So you want to keep an eye on your shops now. Make sure you can probably make, you know, up these a little bit. You can see where your profit level is going to kind of even out. You can go up to quite a lot actually. Still going up, still going up. Nope, still there, still going down. Sort of 935 is about the limit. There you go. That is a fairly big jump in profit. You can see, look, 28,000 a minute in no time at all. We've got 70,000. We could get another Struthiomimus. We could get another small dinosaur. You really want to rely on dinosaurs that A, don't have a social need, B, aren't likely to escape. You want happy dinosaurs that are happy to be left to their own and aren't going to require intervention. It's going to be a while until you get a ranger station. You are going to need one at one point to replenish the feeder, but if worse comes to worse, you can sell the feeder and buy a new one. Once this is done, once you've hit this point, the two things I would focus on next are your, obviously we can't afford them yet, and you would have to sit here for a little while, maybe bring in another dinosaur or two to up your profit. It's about investment, really. But I would focus on the fossil center and the expedition center, bearing in mind that one is useless without the other. You know, if you have an expedition center, that's great, you'll get some fossils, but you can't access them to sell them without the fossil center. As soon as you start being able to send out expeditions, you'll generate a lot more profit. Now, if you do want to play the game on easy mode, I don't suggest this personally. I think it's a little bit cheap and I would not personally do this, and I didn't do this in my playthrough. What you can do is go into one of your past two islands, Isla Muerta, Isla Matanceros, send out a few expeditions, gather a whole thing worth of fossils, come onto Isla Tacano, build a fossil center, and then sell them all. And you can do that multiple times. It's a very easy way to make every island in the game very easy from the start, because you'll have a lot of money, your fossils carry on between islands. I would suggest personally that waiting and sort of growing the island yourself is more challenging and more fun, and kind of how the game is meant to be played. And that's about it, folks. Don't buy innovation centers, okay? You'll get a lot of profit from them, but by the time you're buying them, you already have a lot of profit anyway. They're not needed to take up a lot of room. If you're going for good parks, what you'd want, I personally built a hotel here. I think it's quite a good spot for it. You don't need more than these 3 buildings at all, really. They'll cover pretty much everything. I'll show you that quickly, actually. If we go into guests, you can see here they've all got these star ratings. So we had shopping 3 and fun 2 with that, but we don't need that, because if we go down a little bit, you can see in the arcade, well, the restaurant has 4 food, the arcade, the clothes shop has 4 shopping, and the arcade, wherever it is, has 4 fun. The only thing we haven't maxed out with 4 is drink, which is level 2. You could sort that out by buying a bar, but you're buying a building for 1 star. This combination of 3 buildings gets you the closest to basically efficiency. And efficiency is the name of the game at the start of New Island in Jurassic World Evolution. This applies to every island. Isla Pena, same thing. Isla Muerta, people are struggling because you're spending all your money on these buildings right from the get-go. You need to hold back, get your dinosaurs in, get some profit rolling in. You know, I've got 200,000, maybe we wouldn't buy a building quite yet. We'd probably go for another dinosaur that doesn't have much of a social need. Don't know what that would be in this case. You know, watch out for things like the Tricorex. They need friends, otherwise they're going to go a little bit crazy. Watch out for sauropods. They need a little bit more room. If you were coming back to do this, you could go for an Archaeornithomimus, you could go for a Gallimimus. You won't have unlocked them by this point in the game, though. And that's about it, folks. I really don't want to spend too long on this, but people are really struggling. I'm seeing loads of comments about this, particularly when you get to Tacano. It is a little bit of a jump up. Like I say, I struggled the first time. The only reason I know how to handle this is because I've played the game approximately 35, 40 hours now, something like that. And yeah, that's about it. Hope this helped you out. Please leave a like if it did. It really does help me out, guys. Leave a comment down below. If there's any other aspect of the game you'd like to see tackled in a similar sort of video, you know, tips or tricks, you know, let me pass on some of my wisdom to you guys. Finally, I'm good at a game before other people. It never happens, and it won't happen soon enough. But for now, I know some stuff. Feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I've got like a full schedule of gameplay planned for the next week or so, well, next 2-3 weeks, and some extra bonus videos, but there's always room to slide these little tips videos in at the end, like this one, which was totally unplanned. Thank you so much for joining me. Cheers, much love, and as always, bye-bye. Quick little shout out at the end. This video and others like it would not be possible at all without the support of you guys watching me at home, and also everyone on this Patreon page right here who supported me in the last month. If you want to help out as well, you can do so at patreon.com/bestinslot. Every little really helps. Cheers.